What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Small Property Layouts. It is May 6th here in southern Wisconsin. And this is one of my favorite spots on the property. It's off this big point. It comes out, jogs out on my property here. Right behind the camera, probably about 20-25 yards, is a mock scrape. That the first 2 or 3 years of the property got hit really hard. Had a tree go across there last year. Had to cut some stuff out of there. I didn't get as many pictures of my bigger deer in there, but I did notice that they were traveling down here. So we had placed a stand. There's a stand about 20 yards uphill from here, and we're thinking about placing a stand straight to the east of this particular spot. For evening hunts. We may end up doing that. Maybe we might put something down here. I'm not really sure yet. I'll have to look. But what has happened here is we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trails that come in and intersect in this one spot. So plan is we're going to move that mock and we're going to add a water hole in here. I think we're going to utilize that stand in its location. If not, we might move it down to this big maple. It's kind of crookedy here. Mike and I actually earlier in the year, you guys seen Mike and I add a bedding area off to the west here. It's probably only about 35 to 40 yards to where the beginning of the bedding area actually also rolls over a hill. So for an evening hunt, we could sneak up the bottom here and get into a stand. That would be why I would put the stand down lower, also with the winds downdrafting. Anything that would be coming from either side or off the ridge here would come down into the water hole or hit the mock scrape, and our scent would be downdrafting off the ridge with the thermals. So that's kind of the plan. Even with a west wind, our west wind would be blowing our scent straight out over the top of the field edge here to the west, where there's going to be nothing but switch in there this year, and obviously successional growth, goldenrod, ragweed, things like that. It's not a spot you're going to hunt early. It's a pre-rut spot. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to actually start digging. We got a 110-gallon tank. Going with the 110 again, just because it seems to work pretty decently along here. We've got another 110-gallon tank, probably about 300 yards to the west of me. And then there's food plots down below us. To the east is the main food. Neighbor has cornfields over there. So we get a lot of east-west movement on the property. This is just to help promote that. Like I said, not an early season spot. You're going to hunt this mornings during the pre-rut and evenings during the pre-rut, the cruising stage. And then the rut itself with the water here should be pretty good. With that bedding here and bedding to the east of us, we get buck transition in between here. So that's the plan. I'm going to start digging this in, and it usually takes about an hour and a half, just because we're doing it with a shovel. So a lot of rocks in here. We'll see what happens. Stay around. Yeah, buddy. This is going to be our spot, so we got rock in here. 110-gallon tank. We'll dig this in. Should take a while. What we're going to do is have the uphill side absolutely flush with the dirt, and then we'll build up around the back side. One of the main trails entrance-wise is right here to my east. Another one's straight east. That one's northeast, straight east. And then from the bedding area, got one comes from above, straight off the point from south to north. And then from west to east, 2 or 3 trails down in here. We're going to pick a spot for our mock also. probably within 10 to 15 feet, I think, of our water hole. But let's get to digging, and we will see what we get here. Depth. I don't know, doesn't seem big enough for me yet. Not bad. Not bad at all, really. I think we can get away with that. Not too bad. So we got this dug in, and I'll backfill this up a little bit. I'll let that taper off there. We'll rake these leaves out of the way. I'll put some probably some rye around this. There's quite a bit of sticks and stuff in here. We'll get that raked out, get the stuff picked up in here. Mock scrape wise, honestly guys, I think we're gonna run a rope between two trees right here, and we're gonna hang a mock that's right on one of their main trails there. or we could do it down here. Because the limbs on these smaller maples aren't quite big enough yet to hang off of, I don't think. So we may dig that down just a little bit. I don't know, seems pretty decent. I like the levelness here, so we'll probably backfill this. But so we'll put a mock in here. So you'll be able to shoot it out of both stands, which will just stand up above for a morning sit, which also has the crossing trail there. We may move that to this great big maple right here, because then you could shoot right into that bedding area also and see over that edge, which may be an advantage, but you're not much higher. And then the lower set's going to be right down here in the great big maple. And you'll sneak right in off of one of the main crossing trails if you want to sit here in the evenings. You'll just come right along this edge or straight up from below where the apple orchard is, and come right up into that stand. There'll be a little trail to get right in there, and you'll pop right up in that for for an evening sit. Basically, if there's a west wind, blows your scent right out over into the open field. If there's a west wind and you're up above here and you still got the morning thermals, it takes your scent up. You'd have to watch probably about 10 a.m. Probably end up getting down, which is normal on a ridge hunt, thermal wise. You got to watch what your thermals are doing. As soon as you get that equalization, you have to move. Never want to sit there if there's any chance of your wind swirling and hitting a deer's nose. We've got bedding 200 yards to the east, and we've got bedding basically 50 yards, starting 50 yards to the west. So we're hitting that transition zone. This is a great spot, I believe, for pre-rut activity and searching phases. So we will definitely, hopefully, profit from this, all this work. Sweating. Ooh, old guy, getting it done. So Mike and I like to call this project a must-be-nice project, because it just must be nice to have this happen. So anyway, I'll show you guys a few of the pans and stuff, show you guys what's going on with the tree stands locations, and then we'll get ready to do a mock scrape in here. Then we gotta go help Kathy plant some more trees. Stick around. that I am happy with. So basically I swaled this out. So when it rains, the water hits this, it swales it down. Then gets into the pond, I guess. We'll call it a pond, our water hole. So I do have a little bit here that I want to add some stuff to help that water. Easier it is for that water to run into this thing, the better off we will be. We may have to come in here a little bit. But I'm pretty much assuming we will not have to add water to this water hole. The rest of them have been pretty dang good throughout the years. At least the last 3 years that we've been using them. So we'll see what happens in this spot. Hopefully somebody will get a chance to take a good deer out of here. Stick around. Yeah, buddy. Hopefully you will. Probably use that one. It's actually pretty solid. So we will do that in there. Critter stick, so we don't get dead critters in our water hole. So pretty decent. Like I said, we're gonna rake this out, and we will put some probably put ryegrass in here just right around it. That way they don't eat it, it'll come up, and we should be pretty good, I think. Location wise, I'm very happy with it. Deciding on which tree down there I'm going to pick, that'll be interesting. Got a lot of options, that's what I mean by that. So stick around for the tree location on the downhill side. Uphill side, I think we're staying right where we're at. We may turn the stand a little bit, face it down the ridge. I just opened it up a little bit. So yeah, buddy, getting it done. May 6th.